My name is Jonathan Navarra, and I'm an Air Force officer.
My name is Tracy Navarra, and I live in Beaver Creek, Ohio.
We are the Navarras. This is our second time being stationed here in Ohio. We lived in Ohio the first time for 4 years, left for a couple years, and came back, and we have been here for another 4 years. I've been in the Air Force for about 20 years. I'm an acquisition officer by trade, and it would be comparable in the civilian sector to program management. So I've done a lot of different program management to tactical weapon systems like UAVs, some security systems. I've worked on some Army systems, and I've done a lot of like satellite work. So I was stationed in LA twice. Currently, I'm a ROTC instructor at Wright State. And honestly, I think it's the best job in the Air Force. And the reason why I say that is you get to influence our future leaders of the Air Force and Space Force. I was born in the Philippines. I'm a military brat, so my dad was in the Navy, retired out of the Navy, but we lived all over. So we lived in the Philippines, Washington State, Hawaii. You know, what I wanted to do with my life, I graduated college, I thought about military service, and my dad wasn't, he was like, you need to forge your own path, right? I know we have multiple generations of the Navy in our family, but you need to do what's right for you. I actually had looked at other services, and what really kind of sold me on the Air Force was how much the Air Force actually cared. When people say, why the Air Force? It's always because of the people. The people make the mission happen. Without the people, the mission doesn't happen. So, if you take care of your people and you get to know them personally and be with them, they will make you shine.
Jonathan and I met online, but our first date, which is what we tell everybody, was at a bar in Hawaii. It was a restaurant, so we had lunch together because he said it was non-committal. And then he took me to the beach. And we just hung out, watched the sunset. When I found out he was in the military, I was like, oh, this wasn't what I signed up for. But actually that first night, and I don't even know if I've told him this, I knew he was like the one, and that sounds so cheesy. But I remember him opening the car door for me, and I'm like, wow, this guy is really, he's a keeper.
Breaking the news to Tracy for our assignment to Ohio, it was a non-volunteer assignment. So I broke her the news while we were decorating the Christmas tree, which probably wasn't the best approach.
I'm putting the gold bow up, and I'm on a ladder, and he's on the ground, and he looks at me and he goes,
hey, we're gonna have a white Christmas next year.
I was like, what? And so he's like, yeah, we're moving to Ohio. I threw the bow on the ground, I got down off the ladder, cried, and slammed the door, and left the house for like 45 minutes. This was not my thing. The Midwest was not my thing at all. Like, Hawaii is my home. And then things started to feel a little bit more like home. We had a backyard. I had a place I could play with my dog. Career started. I started to get job interviews.
It was pretty rough the first year coming from Hawaii to Ohio, but we made the most of it, and obviously we loved it enough that we came back. We love Ohio. We love being here. Again, share a lot of things with Hawaii as far as like the family life and how centered it is. So that's why we came back.
Dayton's affordable. You can travel anywhere within hours. The people, you just don't find a better bunch of people than you do here. More supportive, more kind. That's a really neat thing about Ohio is people genuinely care, and it seems like they all want you to succeed.
We have a daughter. Her name is London, and she's 6 years old. She's a tough little cookie, and I'm really proud of her. She's a very resilient child. Tracy is a very involved mom. London is in softball, so this year she volunteered to be the assistant coach, right? So she's out there with the kids, playing softball, and baseball, softball is not her first sport, but she wanted to be there and be involved and be with the kids. So she's willing to take risk and willing to do that extra to make sure that, everyone had a good time and everyone, had a great experience.
Jonathan is a phenomenal father. He loves London and myself, but he loves London more than anything in this world. Culture is very important to both myself and John, and we're trying to also instill it in London. John has brought just a lot of customs
One of the ways that I try to instill culture is through food. So I didn't grow up cooking a lot, but I've kind of made it a point to make sure that I cook. One of the things, that we in the Filipino culture and in the Hawaiian culture is making sure we remember where we came from and what our roots are. And so no matter where we move, that we're taking that with us. And so, we try to instill in our daughter and everything like, hey, you are a product of us, from different cultures.
Mom.
Was it good?
Yes, it's very good.
It's very good.
Can I have one more bite? Hey, you guys saw some peas.
Ooh, hey, you opened it up. That's pretty funny. There are 3 peas in a pod. Jonathan is planning to retire this fall.
My retirement ceremony is going to be in a couple months. Kind of looking forward to taking that next step, closing this chapter in my life and starting a new chapter here. I think one of the challenges of being a military spouse is the inability to grow roots.
One of the things that John told me, and it's the part that makes me cry, is that I didn't have to give up the jobs that I loved.
Now it's her opportunity to take the lead and do what's best for her and what's best for her career. Because, she's made a huge sacrifice for me and for my family and basically for the nation.
One of the great things, that John said was that I'm going to take a back seat now and your career is going to be our priority. So while John retires, I'm actually starting my career, which is really exciting. Right now, I'm in school to be a nurse practitioner. What do you think is going to be the best part of the retirement party?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be, other than Daddy retiring, I'm excited for the food.
I'm excited to see people.
We're having a luau. So we're gonna have Hawaiian food, and we're gonna have all of our friends come.
Please don't make me do the who in front of my friends.
I'm so excited about the retirement party. I'm like over the moon. So we discussed what we wanted to do because this is also a party for me too.
And so we found out about this Hawaiian restaurant. Tracy and I in London went there one day, and the food was great, but the people were even more awesome. They share the culture and share the aloha, and very similar story. And I was like, I need you to cater, my retirement ceremony. He was like, yeah.
It's gonna be out of this world. I'm excited. I'm excited to present him with the wreath. So in the past 10 years, I have been collecting the ABUs from all of the people that have served with him. Friends, family, peers. But John, these are all of the people, these were worn on the shoulders of the people that have supported you, that have cared for you and have loved you and still love you. And this is a culmination of everybody that has contributed to our lives.
Looking out at this room and seeing so many family, friends, it's been amazing. And I would hope that I have left some kind of legacy, left an enduring memory for folks. Again, I am just thankful for being in this moment now, being here, being with all of you. I think I decided I wanted to retire because I kind of wanted to do, different things. I didn't want to put our family through additional moves. So we like it here. And so we decided we're just going to settle down.
Describing Ohio to people who have never visited the state is interesting. We are the friendly, we are the social, we are the down to earth. Ohio's very down to earth. There's such a love for our country and a love for the military. It's very welcoming. I love it here. I love Ohio. I feel that our family just is Ohio.
Three words about living in Ohio. People, for sure. Opportunities. There's a ton of opportunities there. And just the comfort. It's a very comfortable place to live. with a lot of great things to do.